We're 20 seconds into this show and already arguing, so let's get back on track.
Is it really that shocking if you look back at both these teams' regular seasons? I mean, the 49ers were bullies throughout the majority of the season. They were rolling over teams.
I think this is just a cherry on top of an F- disaster offseason.
Phillies, if you want to compete, if you want to beat the Dodgers, please just go out and spend the money.
It was to a point where I was starting to question, do they need to bring Garrett Stubbs back to Philadelphia for the vibes? And I know that we're all sick of hearing about the vibes, but I think vibes are very real, and the vibes did feel a little bit off. The stadiums that have a dome are the loudest stadiums I have ever been in. And I'm looking at Minnesota's was my favorite, where it was inside, but it also has kind of like an open area, so it doesn't feel like you're like inside. And it was so loud, I could barely hear myself. And we talk about this home field advantage here in Philadelphia. You look at Citizens Bank Park and how loud it is and how teams are scared to play there. I don't really feel like the Link has that big of a
It's not what the vet was.
Right.
Yeah.
Where if it did have a roof, I mean, can you imagine Eagles fans with a roof?
Look,
it would be so loud.
See, I'm hearing a lot of excuses from you, Jason.
I know.
I think you can fully blame the bullpen because Jose Ruiz came in the 7th and immediately gave up a 3-run home run.
I think he's going to sign with us, guys. And rumors say he's leaning towards Dallas, and then he came to the Eagles. He probably saw the Eagles defense on Sunday, was like, I can get a lot of playing time there.
I can help immediately.
And it's funny that it came in the same week that Vic Fangio gets up on the podium and says halftime adjustments aren't real.
Yes.
And yes, halftime is a very short amount of time, and it's hard to believe, but whatever happened, whether it was a slap or a metaphorical slap or someone got up and talked to the team, it worked.
It's, the Giants are better than we've seen them recently. Like, they're playing good football, and then the Eagles blow them out, and it's just the Giants.
I get people are frustrated and they wanted to see changes. And obviously you want to see changes after the way that the Phillies went out for now the 4th postseason in a row.
You mentioned Maxey's 51 points. Incredible performance for the kid to step up in the perfect moment. Joel Embiid is out. Spirits are down. The Sixers were on a losing skid.
Well, we'll see.
Hopefully these guys are done before Christmas, right?
I hope so too, because it makes me nervous.
Look, do I wish that A.J. Brown kept it in-house on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yes.
But at this point, I'm like, where is he gonna go undrafted? Like, the teams that actually need a quarterback have overlooked him at least 4 or 5 times now with their picks.
They're like a reliable friend that you have, even if they break your heart. That's a good point.
I think some would feel that's a little questionable.
Yeah, they not a reliably fun friend,
Well,
but someone who's
It's
there,
just
and then all of a sudden they're gone, and you don't get to watch them anymore.
And the players are absolutely all in on Nick Sirianni. I mean, you can just tell in the messaging and in the language that he uses, and then in the language that the players use when we're talking to them. The tough, detailed together. You can't be great without the greatness of others. Every week he kind of gives a different message, and it really resonates throughout the locker room. And I also think, going back to that, calm sense of confidence that we feel because the players and the team feel it, that stems from Nick Sirianni. Now, I know a lot of people don't associate the word calm with Nick Sirianni, but it's true. And I think that is a really big factor in being a successful head coach.
Nick, given the fact that the 49ers won last night, the 1 seed in the conference is essentially off the table for you guys. And with Lane Johnson, Jalen Carter reportedly expected to come back this week. Nakobe Dean obviously left the game early Saturday. Will that impact how you go into this game in Buffalo in terms of who you decide gets the most playing time? Like, is this a game where you're definitely going to play the starters throughout the entire game?
Yeah, this is a week that we have to get better.
Philly, while we change 4 or 5 in the market size, I always say is market 1 for sports coverage, because we are a city of maniacs and sickos. And I love working in Philly and Philly sports because of that. We are such a smart fan base. We know exactly what's going on. Fans are plugged in. They know who the sports reporters are. They know who the beat reporters are. They know the assistant coaches. I think that makes Philly so special. Like, going into a press conference with Nick Sirianni or Jalen Hurts, it's like being at a stock market when it opens. Like,
it's true.
Nowhere else is it like
I
that.
agree.
Unless you're in the White House press pool.
Yes.
I love it, and I feel honored to be a part of it because I know how competitive it is. Now, you can apply that to being on the coaching staff in Philadelphia. Why would anyone not want that?
Imagine if someone egged your house.
I don't care.
Well,